Michael Leila went to Pancakes by the Bay for the next morning for pancakes and coffee. They got their usual table by the window. What do you think of what we saw yesterday? Certainly was intriguing. We've now seen a multidimensional object that opens a realm of beauty and a multidimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Yeah, they seem to be trying to conceal both the multidimensional object that opens a realm of beauty and the multidimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Let's just order breakfast and talk about something else for now. That'll be nice. Penelope, the waitress, takes her order. How can I help you? I love the Bayside griddle cakes with extra butter and some of your strawberry maple syrup with a cup of mountain morning coffee. Coming right up, Mike. What's it going to be for you, Leilana? I'll have a succulent paradise pan. I'll have the paradise pancakes and a cup of succulent coffee. I'll have that for you people. By the way, Leilana, how's your writing project going for Coffee Lovers Monthly? It's going great. I find that I have an ability to write about coffee in a poetic way that expresses the way coffee is not only a beverage that brings an exquisite taste sensation to my mouth, but also connects my soul to the eternal realm of pleasure that transcends this earthly plane of existence. That was beautifully stated. All of a sudden, they look out of the window and see the woman in the Corvette pull up again. She gets out of the car. She seems to be holding a new package. This package is also intriguing. From the near distance is heard another woman screaming, "Get her! She's got the package!" The woman gets back into the Corvette and drives off frantically. Wow. I wonder where she went to in her car. I wonder what's in the package. Maybe top secret plans drawn up by aliens interested in taking over planet Earth. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Would you like to go back to my company and practice more William Shakespeare? Sure. Mike and Leilana went back to Mike's company and practice more William Shakespeare. Mike and Leilana got up early the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual table. By the window where they're going to look out upon happy San Francisco people. Penelope, their favorite waitress, takes her order. How can I help you? Let's see. I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes with strawberry syrup and butter, along with some of your hash browns and a cup of mountain morning paradise coffee. I'll have that for you. What's it going to be for you, Leilana? All the savory crepes with butter and maple syrup, along with a cup of your morning coffee. Ocean morning coffee. I'll have that for you people. That package was intriguing, isn't it? Yes, it sure is. Hey, look, Leilana! It's Ethan Hawke. The guy who portrays Ethan Hawke in the state adaptation of Reality Bites, and the girl who portrays you, Lelena Pierce. The Lelena character in the play. They approach them. Stay the fuck away from my woman, Charlie. She's my woman now, Ethan. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry, Ethan. You want Charlie? Charlie is the guy who portrays me in the state adaptation of Reality Bites, and I'm the real Ethan Hawke. I brought the character Troy Dyer in archetypal existence in Reality Bites. Archetype that you created. Brought the life picture. Sorry, Ethan. I get Sheila. You'll have to find yourself another woman. Maybe a prostitute if if you get desperate. No, sorry, Charlie. I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. Yeah? Yeah. Watch me. A bloody fight ensues. It gets bloody. Mike and Leilana look to each other. I can't watch this. Can you, Leilana? No, let's go back to your comment and advise more William Shakespeare. Sure. Mike and Leilana went back to Mike's condominium and advise more William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike and Leilana sit in Mike's condominium overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge and beautiful Pacific Ocean glimmering in the light of the moon and start talking. Isn't it amazing that Ethan Hawke is in a fight with the guy who portrays him in the state adaptation of Reality Bites? I think it shows not only the power of love, but the power of theater. Ethan Hawke brought Troy Dyer into existence in the archetypal realm where Reality Bites exist, and his portrayal was so convincing that he fully embodied the character. To the extent that he exists in such a real way that the woman, Sheila, who portrays Lelena Pierce, is more in love with Charlie. The guy who portrays Troy Dyer in the state adaptation of Reality Bites, because Charlie is brought to the tangible world the character that Ethan Hawke put into archetypal existence. That shows the power of theater. The power of love is manifest in the passionate fight that Charlie Tamlinson and Ethan Hawke are engaged in over Sheila Henderson, the woman who portrays Lelena Pierce in the state adaptation of Reality Bites. Yeah, it is far out. Hey, look, Mike. Do you see that? By the Golden Gate Bridge? Yeah. Yeah, I see it. It looks like Ethan Hawke and Sheila Henderson kissing? I thought Sheila Henderson wanted Charlie Tamlinson. What is she doing with Ethan Hawke? I just thought of something. Do you think that maybe Sheila Henderson is in love with Troy Dyer, the character portrayed by both Ethan Hawke and Charlie Tamlinson? And whoever successfully brings Troy Dyer into real life is a guy that Sheila Henderson is going to choose? That's an interesting speculation and perhaps correct. All of a sudden, Charlie Tamlinson wanders around by Ethan Hawke and Sheila Henderson. Another bloody fight ensues. This is really awful. We have got to try to intervene in the situation to stop the fighting. Do you have any ideas about what we can do about it? I just thought of something. We could put on a play at Pancakes by the Bay, which will be a state adaptation of Reality Bites. This play will run for several months. as a competition between Ethan Hawke and Charlie Tamilson to see who brings Troy Dyer into tangible existence. The play will be performed twice a night for several months, the end of which the winner will be chosen by Sheila Henderson. Whoever wins gets Sheila Henderson. I love that idea. Do you want to go talk to them? Sure. Mike and Lelena. Go to talk to Ethan, Sheila, and Charlie. Hi, people. Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. What are you doing here? Hi, Mike. We're here because Leilana has an idea about how to decide who gets Sheila. What's your idea? Okay. We could put on a state adaptation of Reality Bites at Pancakes by the Bay every evening for several months. Twice an evening. The character Troy Dyer would be portrayed by Ethan in one performance and Charlie in the other performance. At the end of this series of performances, Sheila could decide who she really wants, which would be the guy who brings Troy Dyer most fully into tangible existence. That'd be perfect. I agree. Let's go for it. Okay, we'll get this thing started. Would you like to go back to my condominium and brings more William Shakespeare dialogue, Lelena? Sure. Mike and Lelena went back to Mike's condominium and brings more William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike and Lelena thoroughly enjoyed performing William Shakespeare dialogue. And talked into the evening. You are an amazing Shakespearean actor, Leilana. Oh, hi, Mosty Toasty. This is a Reality Bites too. Okay. The fluency of your delivery and the way you identify with the dialogue are captivating. You embody the characters so fully, that you portray so fully, that you take them to a level of transcendence whereupon art and life intermingle. Thanks, Mike. This is paradise for me, Leilana. Peace, love, romance, and William Shakespeare. The poetry of his writing and the way the words come to life through our performances, and the feeling of being immortally in love with you. That was beautifully stated, Mike. Do you want to go to Pancakes by the Bay? Tomorrow? Sure. Mike and Leilana went to Pancakes by the Bay the next day and got their usual booth by the window. Penelope, the waitress, takes her order. What's it going to be for you this morning? Give me the Bayside Griddle cakes and a cup of mild morning coffee. I'll have the scrumptious pancakes and a cup of mild morning coffee. I'll add that for you people. All of a sudden, Mike and Leilana look out the window and see the same woman pull up in her Corvette. She gets out of the car with a package in her hands and looks directly at them. She opens up the package, and Mike and Leilana can see inside of it. In it, there seems to be an object of a color they have never seen and a shape they have never seen. The object is an object that they can only be seen from a plane of existence that is beyond the four dimensions of time and space. The woman then gets back into the car and drives away. Did you see that? Yeah, I wonder how we were able to see that object that usually can only be seen on higher dimensional planes of existence. I can explain that to you, Mike and Leilana. You have been enlightened by love. Your love is so strong that you can see beyond the stark and often unappealing realm of four-dimensional reality, on this earthly plane of existence, into an immortal realm of eternal human love. You now see the world in its full glory. Your love brings the world to life. That's great. I agree. Do you want to go back to your condominium to read some more dialogue by William Shakespeare and other people? Sure. Mike and Lelena went back to Mike's condominium to read some more dialogue. Mike and Lelena thoroughly enjoyed. Their performing of William Shakespeare and other people's dialogue and tucked in the evening. Would you like a beer, Lelena? Sure, what do you have? I have some Anchor Steam California Lager. Awesome. Mike goes to the refrigerator to get them the beer. What do you think about when you're here all alone? I look at the Golden Gate Bridge and see lovers hand in hand, and then look up at the sky. I have a telescope that brings into focus distant planets, but you can only see them as light images. That's only a view of planets in our galaxy, and then think about planets in other galaxies and the possibility of intelligent life on other planets. We haven't found intelligent life in our galaxy so far. There may have been intelligent life in our galaxy on other planets eons ago. I then wonder, if there was intelligent life on other planets, what kind of society they had or have. I wonder if it is possible that there is or ever was a kind of utopian society anywhere in the universe where life was or is a blissful dance of unmitigated pleasure and romance. If so, I wonder if these pleasures are so acute that they transcend any earthly pleasures that we can experience, placing souls forever suspended in a state of heightened sensory engagement. It would be similar to that feeling you get when you first fall deeply in love. With another person and your world is suddenly raised to a higher plateau. That feeling around would be intensified there and would be something you feel eternally with your lover. That'd be so beautiful. Do you want to go to Pancakes by the Bay tomorrow for breakfast? Sure. Mike and Leilani went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee the next morning and got their usual table by the window. Penelope took their order. What do you people want? I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes and a cup of modern morning coffee. Great. What's it going to be for you, Lelena? Give me the Bayside crepes and a cup of modern morning coffee. Get that for you people. They're looking out the window when all of a sudden, the same woman with the Corvette pulls up. She's holding a package. She looks right at them from inside of her car. Another woman gets out of the car and walks to the restaurant. She looks at them directly sitting at the other table. Can you guess what's in the package? She then saunters out of the restaurant, keeping her head in the same position, staring at them all the whole way to the car. She screams and then laughs at a high volume, and the car races away. That was weird. Yeah. Would you like to go back to my condominium and raise more dialogue? Sure. Mike and the Leilani went back to Mike's condominium and raise more dialogue. Here's an extra from it. Now I can take some dialogue out. Okay, here's some William Shakespeare dialogue. Okay. Evil by Melanie Martinez? Sure, I'll cover it. I've never heard her stuff before, but I'll look it up, and then Melanie Martinez. It sounds good. All right, so yeah, I'll check that out. All right, cool. Yeah, Melanie Martinez. Sure. Is she American? Is she, and where's she from? And what kind of stuff is it? I've never heard it before. But it sounds, I mean, I like the name. You know, I like the name of this. The song title is good. It's Evil. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, I'll check that out. And how old is she? Where's she from? Did she get played on the radio? Stuff like that. I've never heard of her, but I'll look it up. Okay. Now I'm going to do some William Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet. Act 2, Scene 2, Capulet's Orchard. Enter Romeo. He just the scars that never felt the wound. Enter Juliet above the window, but soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. And Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art more fair than she? Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes, till they twinkle in their spheres. Oh, she's American. She was born in New York. She's about 26 years old, and her music is a mix of pop and alternative. I love alternative rock, and I love most pop music. I think you really like her song Evil. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to have to check that out. Melanie Martinez. Let me get back to my Shakespeare. Okay. What if her eyes were there? They in her head. The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. With through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon their hands? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being over my head as a winged messenger of heaven unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? And I, thy father, okay. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that tips with silver all those free treetops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, the monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love will prove likewise variable. Which shall I swear by? Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee. How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high in our decline, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here. With love's like wings I ever perch these walls, for stony livings cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt, Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me the hair my life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting in thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me wings. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that face shore wash with the fire of the sea, I should advise that merchandise. Oh. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I were to give it. Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love? Would thee praying to give thee again? Yet I wish for thee the thing I had in my boundless boundless thee. My love is deep, the more I give thee, the more I have, the more I hear some noise anon within. I dare love it. Anon, good nurse, with my things. Oh, blessed night. I am afraid of being all that is misery. We go right to the end of the play now. Okay, let's see. Give me that mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver it to my father. Give me the light. Upon thy life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof. And do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring. A ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore, hence be gone. But if thou shalt return to pry in what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. My time and intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable than empty tigers or the roaring sea. Go right. So shalt thou shalt be friends, take thou thy liberty, be prosperous and free will. Or else I hide them. Okay, let's see. This letter doth make good the friar's intents. Words. Their course of love, the tidings of her death, and here he writes that he did buy a poison of poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this ball to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies, Capulet Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your hate. That heaven finds means to kill your joys with love, and I for winking your discourse too. Have lost the brace of kinsmen, all approach. Oh, brother Montague, give the hand. This is my daughter's jointure I have for her. For I will raise her statue in pure gold. That whiles Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo by his lady's lie, poor sacrifice of remedy. A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and Romeo.